early going here. Our chip count looks like this. It's our maintenance man, Bruce Spencer, leading the way, servicing some strong hands early on. And D.K. Thomas still in last place, but he was able to double up and get right back into the thick of things. So, Michael, how do you see everything shaping up as we take a look at this aggressive meter?
Well, Victoria Whale, 0%. That really stands out. Admittedly, pretty poor cards to start, but John, you cannot fold your way into 5th place here. It doesn't matter, Victoria. You've got to start pushing. Only one place matters.
She can do that, I guess, for a little while the lines are low, but once it gets up, you can't be passive. John Kelly alongside Michael Koenig and Tweet here for all the interviews and the $50,000 check presentation coming at the end of the show.
6,000. Seat 3 raises to 6,000. Seat 4 calls 6,000.
Good emote with a pair of 4s. Fires at the pot.
Wally, happy to call.
Flop comes king, ace, 9.
6,000. Seat 4, that's 6,000.
And that's an awful looking flop for a guy with pocket 4s. Wally Graydon takes advantage.
Absolutely. The quick bet there, and Wally making his move and adding more chips to his stack. Wally's a 48-year-old father of 8. And this man, well, let's just say, 8 kids makes out a very large family.
Well, I'm the father of 8 children. 8 times the amount of bills, but you got 8 times the amount of joys. Where I'm from back in Georgia, you know, I'm pretty much known for wearing my Hawaiian shirts and the matching T-shirts underneath. Well, on this trip, I couldn't decide exactly what I wanted to come here with, so I hope I picked a shirt that's going to help me win the Poker Dome.
Clearly, Michael, he is a fashion guru.
Well, that shirt was lucky last time.
Hey.
The question is, did he wash it?
I just want to know if he runs up a big bill. He got a lot of kids, but he's got to buy a lot of batteries to keep these shirts going. So 50 grand tonight can help out.
And Victoria Whale has finally found a hand.
Raises to 4,000.
2 jacks. Gets a bet, a raise.
And JK, the problem for Miss Whale is these players are observant enough to notice that she has not gotten involved voluntarily a single time yet tonight. So once she does, they've got to give her credit for her hand.
Thomas looks her up. The flop comes queen, queen, deuce.
Seat 6 checks.
4,000.
Seat 2 bets 4,000.
Ms. Whale, her jack's still good. Bets 4,000. DK says, I want no part of that. Well, Victoria Whale picks up her first hand of the night. Pocket jacks paying off for her. She's the 27-year-old out of England, calls her style tight and aggressive. She returns to the Poker Dome, and she's followed through on a very special promise.
Before I came to the Poker Dome, my mother passed away from cancer. I said that if I'd won the 25,000, then I would make a donation to the hospice who cared for her in her final days. What I'm doing with the money is putting on a concert. I work in the music industry, and several artists are friends of mine, and together we've decided that we will host a gig to benefit the hospice and raise more money that way.
Beautiful work by Victoria, and that is her brother David. This one really a family affair, and David is actually the individual who taught Victoria how to play this game, so he's got to be proud as she makes her run through this Poker Dome challenge.
And I feel for that guy sitting out there. I mean, you know how tough that must be watching his sister play there? Every decision she makes, just cringing.
I'm sure he's on the edge of his seat, but like we say, something to push his chest out about. He must teach her pretty good poker to get her this far.
Yeah, and they're obviously a very kind-hearted family, and a lovely gesture with her Poker Dome winnings.
No question about it. The action over to Bruce Spencer. The flop, 3-handed. 7, queen, 9. DK Thomas checking his pair of queens.
And the only man who didn't improve on that flop, Wally, takes a shot.
Thomas leaves the door open, and Wally walking through it. Call. Spencer makes the call with his 9s middle pair. The turn, a king. Thomas still in front. Wally with the decision. Do I fire another bullet?
I think that's the only way he wins this pot, JK. Don't slow down now, Wally.
4 checks.
He does, though, puts on the brakes. It's a 10 on the river.
And Spencer backs into a straight.
12,000.
C1 bets 12,000.
Sizable bet.
12,000 call.
Wally cannot call with an ace high here.
But he'll hang out, get a little FaceTime.
C4 folds. C6
Wally folds. And DK Thomas does the same. So it is Bruce Spencer, representing Florida, still out in front, building on his chip stack. You're watching the MatchingPoker.com PokerDome Challenge. This is the $1 Million Qualifier.